What's going on, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, like and subscribe to the channel. So today I'm going to be talking about dating in the Dominican Republic. The first thing I can say is dating in the Dominican Republic is very simple. It's not hard to find a date. Whether it's like you can meet a girl walking down the street, Tinder, at a club, bar, etc. Like it's very easy to get dates. It's not very hard at all. But the thing is that it's difficult to find like a girl that's like not taking advantage of you or whatever. Like it's hard to find like a good girl that's actually like worth your time. So I want to be giving you my advice, my experience. Like I lived in the DR, like I lived in Santiago, like I've been to different cities. I've been going and coming back and forth already for I guess 3 years now. And so I want to be sharing you some of my ups and downs, my experiences, like what I've seen, what not to do, what to be watch out of, what are the red flags. So I'm going to get rid of the negative part first. The first thing that you should be aware of, obviously, you meet a girl and she's already asking you for money, cut that shit off. I don't give a shit how fine she is. You're going to meet girls that are just going to ask you money for the some randomest things like, oh, my refrigerator broke. My stove broke. Somebody's dying in the hospital. I need medicine. My baby needs milk. You know, like my uncle's dying. Like some shit like that. Like, you know, nah, man, just cut that shit off. You don't need that problem in your life. Cut that off, dude. Believe me when I tell you, don't become a Western Union Poppy. Please don't. Another thing I would tell you is like if you go out with a girl and she's already telling you, oh, can I bring my friends? You know, can I bring my cousin, my homegirl, whatever. If especially is your first time, dude, she shouldn't be bringing nobody. So screw that shit, dude. Like my experience is like, if she's bringing a friend, she's just taking advantage of you because she really likes you, dude. She shouldn't be bringing her friend in the first place. So that's another thing too. Another thing I would say is like you don't have to wild out. You don't have to take her to an expensive restaurant or spend a lot of money. Like most Dominican men would tell you themselves, like you shouldn't spend more than 1,000, 1,500 pesos, which is about $20, $30 max, going a night out. So that's another thing that I could say. You could keep it simple. You could go like to maybe like a park, and don't think that'll make you like a scrub or nothing. Because if you could go to the parks, man, you'll see some of the most beautiful women too there. So like if she really likes you, she's really into you, you know, that shouldn't be an issue, you know. So the reason why I tell you this is because like you're trying to get to know the girl at first, you know, like you don't want to like go out with this girl a couple of times, spend $50, $100, getting a bottle or whatever, and you find out she's just a gold digger or whatever. But the thing is, the good thing about chaparrillas in the island is that the gold diggers within 1 week, 2 weeks max, they're asking you for money. So that's why I'm telling you, like, don't wild out. Don't like, I would never tell a guy what to spend his money on, like. But, you know, I'm just telling you from my experience. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a hater, but I'm just telling you, like, keep it simple, man. 30, $40 max or whatever, and that's it. You know, you shouldn't have to be buying bottles or nothing like that to try to impress this girl or nothing like that. You're just like, because you don't know what kind of girl she is, you know. That's what I'm telling you. It takes patience when it comes to dating Dominican women. It takes a lot of patience because you don't know the kind of girl she is, you know. But if she's a chaparrilla, within, like, the first 2 weeks, like I said, you're going to find out like this, you know, like this. Another thing, too, is, like, if she's asking you to like go to an expensive place, like, and you do your research, always do your research. Be like, oh, let's go over here, like, to see how much it costs. Like, it has nothing to do with being cheap. But a lot of these girls, they have their places. They'll go out and like they have their games, man. Like they'll go and take you over there, and you'll spend $100 or $80 or $60 at a nice place, and like she'll ask you a few days later for money, and you don't give her nothing. She doesn't give a shit because she already ate like lobster. She ate like a good food, and you know she took you for a sucker. So that's why I'm telling you, like, don't do that shit, man. I was like, just take her to a simple place, and you know that's all you have to worry about, you know. I mean, you could take her dancing and stuff like that too. Dominican women love to dance, so that's another plus. You know, you could keep it simple like that. You know, another thing too to realize is that some of these girls, believe it or not, like they're players, man. Like Dominican girls can be players too, and so you have to be aware. Like just because like she makes it seem like you're the greatest thing since ever, doesn't mean she's really into you. Like, so you have to be very patient, you know. But my thing is that once you meet those good Dominican girls, whether you're your friends or you're dating them seriously, like I have my homegirls, and like every time I come to the island, I go out with them, and I don't have to like look for no other girls. But I went on 2 different dates last time I was there. One of them, she became my friend. She's down to earth, and another one, oh my god. So the first date was okay. I thought it was like she didn't really talk a lot, but then like we're going out to another place, a place called Mixer Pool in Santo Domingo, which is very good. They have a swimming pool, a nice bar. I recommend that place, Mixer Pool. It's a very popular spot. And so I told her, I was like, yeah, you need a bikini. And she's like, yeah, I don't have one. Like, it doesn't fit. So I was like, all right, get you one. It's like $20, ain't shit. So I went to the store, the mall, and like she ended up getting like 3 bikinis, and the tab came out to like 120. I didn't pay it because I froze my card. When I saw how expensive the bikinis were, I was like, fuck that. I was like, this girl was trying to take advantage. Like, I don't mind paying for one. And even the one that she had was like $40. And I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm not paying that much for a bikini and shit. Like, you're just my friend too. Like, I just barely met you, so screw that shit. And so like she got upset, and like I don't care. We just went our separate ways, and like I stopped talking to her or whatever. She got upset, but she like definitely try to take advantage of you. You're gonna have girls that are gonna do that. Like sometimes you're gonna take L's. Like I feel like if you date enough in the Dominican Republic, if you go out with at least 10 girls, minimum 3 or 5 of them are gonna be grimy. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Like most Dominican girls are down to earth, but you have a lot of them that are fucking looking for Americans, and like they'll target you. They'll see you as a walking bank and shit. So you have to be aware of that. Be aware of your situation. I had one girl that I went on a date with. She brought her friend. She didn't even wait for me to get there. It's not like I got there late too. She was already eating, drinking. Man, dude, like I got there. I sat down. I was like, I'm not feeling it. I was like, I'll be back, honey. I called an Uber, took off. She was blowing up my phone. I don't know who paid for it, but I didn't pay for it. I was like, I'm good, man. Like, I thought it was so disrespectful for her to be eating, like, her and her friend. She didn't even tell me she was going to bring her friend. So I wasn't feeling that. I was like, nah, man, I'm good, man. I'm not feeling that. So I just left, man. That's the advice that I could give y'all. Like, just don't be afraid to walk away. Another thing, too, is, like, you probably might run into some Venezuelan women. Now, I met maybe about 8 girls in the last 3 years from Venezuela on the island, and half of them were down to earth, and the other half were just grimy. So, another thing, too, a lot of these Venezuelan girls, they have their boyfriends back home. Like, I knew one girl that was married, and she was fucking off, and then another one, too, that had her, and, like, one of them, like, they're both, one of them lied about it, she was like, no, I don't have a boyfriend. I was like, oh, yeah, you do. I seen you, like, post this stuff on WhatsApp and Instagram. But anyways, though, like, I'm just telling you, like, be careful. Like, Venezuelan women are like kind of the same, but the thing about them is that some of them are arrogant and they're broke, and like they always come up with the excuse like, well, I had a career. And I was like, well, you don't have a career no more, so humble yourself, girl. Eat this piece of pie and sit down. But you have like those Venezuelan girls that are just like, they act like they're the shit, man. Like, and they're beautiful, man. Like, I'm not gonna front, they're beautiful, But, you don't have to tolerate that, too. I also dated some Venezuelan girls. I had one girl that was like, after the second one was asking me for $200 for her rent. She's like, can you please give me the money for rent? You'll be winning over my heart. I cut that shit off. I erased her number. Fuck that. I move the fuck on, dude. Like, I don't play that shit. So that's why I'm telling you, like, you're going to meet some Venezuelan girls that are going to take advantage of you, too. I don't mind helping somebody out that's in need, but at the same time, when you're not working, but you're going out and drinking, like, forget about that. Like, that's what you're going to know is, too. Like, be careful. Like, make sure, like, the girls, like, at least doing something, because... And to be fair, I've met girls, Dominican girls, that have careers, that are not scrubs, and they're still chaparrillas. So, like, don't think that all chaparrillas are just, like, broke girls that are from the streets. Like, oh, no. I met some that are college educated. They're educated, they have the degree, they have their job, they're making, like, double the amount a normal Dominican makes. And so, it's just the way it is, like, you gotta be careful with that too. Like, don't be like, oh, well, she's a nurse or she's a teacher or whatever. Like, doesn't mean she's not a choppy. So be aware of that, And some of the Venezuelan girls, like, that I met that are my friends are down to earth. I love hanging out with them. They love to go dance, they love to go drink. And you could keep it simple. You could go to the park with them and drink your presidentes and then dance at night if you want to. Like I said, you don't have to go extravagant and, like, dress to impress and none of that shit, like. It depends on what you want to do. Like, I mean, I understand some guys only have like a week or 2 weeks vacation, so like they don't mind spending that money. All right, dude. But at the same time, I'm telling you, you might be wasting your time with this girl, and so like, why are you gonna spend $50, $60, and then like she turns out to just be like trying to take advantage of you? So that's what I'm saying. Like, keep it simple. That way, that you do take an L, it won't be like, oh, I spent like $300 on this girl the last 2 weeks. I went out with her every other day or whatever, and like you done spend so much money that you didn't get nothing from it, So that's another thing to take in consideration. But the negative part, I think I got rid of it now. But the positive is like, you meet a good girl, man. They're fun. They're very submissive. They love to go out. They love to go dance. If she really into you, you could just take her to the damn park and just have a couple of presidentes. You could keep it simple. Spend less than $20. Like, You could do whatever you want. You could like be like, hey, you know what, let's go to the beach. You'll be like, all right, you know, like, you know, they'll go with you and stuff like that. Like, they could be very fun, you know. And, you know, like I say, you know, like if you meet those girls that are down to earth, man, every time you go to the island, thumbs up, they'll be waiting for you. Like every time I go, my homegirls hit me up like, hey, you know what, let's go out, you know, or let's go hang out, you know. All right, man. But that's the thing though, like dating in the Dominican Republic is not difficult finding dates, but it's difficult finding like the girls that are not going to waste your time and they're not going to take advantage of you. You have to remember that it's a third world country, so I don't blame these girls. I don't take it personal. You know, like if a girl tries to take advantage of me, I don't take it personal because I understand that the girl's like in a situation where she's like, you know, they're poor. A lot of them, they live in, you know, broken down places and stuff. So they're just trying to like, you know, survive, you know, but they're not going to try to survive off me. That's what I'm trying to say, like, you know. But then again, some of them are like not really like bad off, but they're just like, oh, like he's an American, so like he must have money and shit. Like I guarantee you that girl that rang up those bikinis, bro, she would never do that with a Dominican guy, because the Dominican guy would have stopped her, but like, hey ma, I was like, not with me and shit. I didn't stop her, but I just played it off. I froze my card. I don't give a shit, and I just like walked away and shit. I'm hell no, dude. I had another girl too that got like a bottle, and I think it was like a $70 bottle, and she didn't even ask for it. It was like the first date too, and I was just looking at her and I was like, pfft. So man, my thing is that you should just establish yourself, man, because I that was like the worst L I ever took. I'm not gonna lie. So that's why I'm telling y'all, like, you know, like I should have established myself better. Like, hey, you know, I'm not this kind of guy. Like, you know, I feel like if you establish yourself, man, you're gonna get rid of a lot of headaches. You're gonna get rid of a lot of bullshit. Like, don't be afraid to like call her out. Be like, hey, are you a chaparrilla? Do you work? Like, how do you see like, these type of man? I'm this type of guy. Like, don't expect me to do this. They're like, you know, I know how the culture is. Like, don't be afraid to put your foot down, dude. And she's a respectable girl. She hustles and stuff like that. She makes her own money, bro. Like, you have no issues with the broad, dude. Trust me. But if the girl's trying to take you for a wild ride, bro, I was like, believe me when I tell you, dude. Like, you get rid of that shit, bro, and you keep it moving, bro. Like, there's a lot of beautiful women there that you can meet, dude. Whether it's a Dominican or Venezuelan, you're gonna meet some good Venezuelan girls, and you're gonna meet some bad ones. You're gonna meet some good Dominican girls, and you're gonna meet some real shitty ones that are gonna fucking just piss you off. You know, like they're gonna try to take advantage of you. Like, that's why I'm telling you, like, establish yourself. Be like, hey, you know, I'm this type of guy. Like, I don't tolerate this. You know, this and this and this. Don't be afraid, dude. You put your foot down, bro. Too easy, man. It's too easy. I think, you know, I love going out with you know, the people there, not just the girls, but even the guys too. They're fun. You know, like once you meet like, you know, your friends there, like, it becomes too easy, you know. What else can I say? I think, you know, the overall thing is that some of these guys, they fall in love with these girls because, you know, like I said, they could be very submissive, but at the same time, they could have their Dominican boyfriends on the side. And so you be aware, because that's happened to me. Like the last girl I dated, you know, I thought she liked me and stuff like that. She actually came from Santo Domingo to come see me. So I was like, man, she must like me. And like a month later, she hit me with like, I'm pregnant, but I never did nothing with her. So I was like, I don't care, it's not mine. But like, she was like seeing another guy at the same time, you know. And then she was like, well, I wasn't sure about him. And so I was like, all right, shit happens. Like, I didn't take it personal because I already know how the game works, you know. And she wasn't a scrub either, you know. She was like, she had her going to dental school and stuff like that. And like, you know, she was working 2 jobs, but now she got married to the guy. But I've dated some Dominican girls. Actually, I dated like 3 or 4 that got married within 6 months like that. After I stopped talking to them, like I noticed that they got married within 6 months. So some of these girls are looking for a come up. So be aware, like you should get to know the Dominican laws too, the marriage laws, because like, you know, a woman is entitled to half the stuff. But that's a separate issue. Be aware, like, you know, how the culture is. Like, learn how to respect the culture. Like, don't take things personal. Like, if a girl tries to take advantage of you, don't take it personal. Just keep it moving. Just be professional about it. Be like, you know what, honey, on to the next one. You know, like, there's a lot of girls, dude. So don't trip, dude. Like, I don't care. Like, I know sometimes you might get like a girl that's so beautiful. You're like, oh, you know, I don't have this kind of girl down on the stage. Like, forget about it, because you're gonna have girls that know that shit, and they're gonna try to like poke your eyes out, like, oh, maybe I could get them for this, maybe I could get them to pay my cell phone or buy me a new cell phone, you know, like, nah, man. I was like, homie, don't play that shit. So I think, you know, establish yourself, be aware, learn the culture, learn to like, you know, see how like, you know, they move, like, you know, don't be afraid to ask like local guys for advice too. Like, if you meet any guys, like, what place do you recommend I should take a girl and stuff like that. Like, man, dude, like, it's gonna save you a headache, dude. Like, most Dominican guys will tell you 1,000 pesos. So that's the thing. I think, you know, that's the best advice that I could give. You know, this is from my experience. Like I said, I've had good dates and I've had bad ones. I have girls where they literally try to take advantage of me and I just like walked away. And there's two times where I couldn't walk away. I was like stuck with the bill. I was like, fuck. But you know, it's gonna happen. You're gonna take L's sometimes. Not all the times you're gonna get W's. So it is what it is. But I hope this video helps you all out. This is based on my experience, you know. But as soon as you get there, I mean, you should think about running. I mean, you could use Tinder, you could go down the street and walk, and you can meet people at the bars and stuff like that. But understand, like, I feel like in Dominican Republic, I feel like you need at least like a month so you could really establish yourself. But if you go there, like, even a week or 2 weeks is still enough time to meet like 2 or 3 girls if you're going on dates or whatever. So that's not too shabby. But I think that's it. And I haven't been posting too many videos because, you know, the pandemic. But I want to be going to Colombia soon, and I want to do interviews with my friends there. And when I go back to Dominican Republic, I didn't get to do interviews with my friends last time because of the pandemic. Like, everybody has to be home at a certain time. They have curfew. But next time I go, I want to do interviews with my homegirls. I have a couple of interviews with one of my friends, one of my homegirls. But I want to try to do more in Dominican Republic, and I'm definitely going to do some in Colombia and post some more videos. Like, I'll talk about like dating, you know, the cost of living over there and stuff like that. And I'll have like my friends, you know, say it all for you, so I don't have to do the speaking, you know. I think it's always better when you have like a local talk about the things in the country versus me, like I'm talking right now. But when I go back to Dominican Republic, I'll do an interview with a girl, my friend, and have her talk about the dating culture. So it's always better to hear it from a local than just like a regular person, you know. So thank you so much for watching the video. Like, subscribe, share, and until next time, guys.